Welcome to the Talk of Life Talk Show. I'm your host tonight, Elma.
And I'm your co-host, Sylvia Chess.
And tonight we're bringing to you live at the Church Within International Ministry. We're going to do men talk tonight.
Yes,
We
men
want
talk.
to know what's going on
Uh-huh.
in their mind
With the man.
with the man,
Yeah.
not with the woman.
Yeah.
That's what they said menopause is about.
The men, all pause.
There you go. So tonight we're going to see why we're going through a lot with this menopause.
Yes,
okay?
that's right.
So this is a live talk show, and we want you to be honest. So if the men say something that offend you, that's okay.
It's okay.
Because we want them to be real and speak from their heart.
That's right.
And I promise you, no divorces.
No divorce.
No divorces.
We ain't going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
And they're not either.
They're not either.
Okay, so
That's
now
right.
we're going to get started. Men talk. What do men really think about us as women?
Uh-oh.
So I had some questions that was texted to me.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to get down with it. Even though this is a Christian-based talk show,
Yes.
we welcome all, whether you saved, unsaved, or whatever. Even if you're atheist, you can still come on the show. So tonight, whew, girl, I don't know. Okay. What captured your attention? I know you all are married, but what captured your attention when you first met the woman?
Hold up. Now, women, when you get home with your husband, don't be saying, "Oh, you ain't ever told me that."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Because this is true live talk show, okay?
That's right,
So,
that's right.
hey, even before the wife, what was the drawing card? What actually drew you to this woman?
You asking me first?
I'm asking either one of y'all, but two up here.
For me, it was appearance. It was appearance, makeup, the clothes, the type of clothes. I knew what I was looking for, so it was all with the appearance. It wasn't hoochie mama. It was.
Did you say you like the hoochie mama?
Nah, it wasn't.
Oh,
hoochie
wasn't the
mama.
hoochie
It
mama.
was a
I think I
hoochie
heard
mama.
you say you like the hoochie.
Oh, the hoochie mama.
No.
Did he say that, audience? Oh, he. Oh, I think
Did you see the
wife
wife
said
saying
it.
it?
You know. So yeah, it was
It was
more
the
appearance.
When you say appearance, what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, the type of clothes she wear, the way she just keep herself. If she kept herself where it looks like she takes care of herself, that's what got my attention.
So you're saying that comes along with her attitude, correct?
As well. It is.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Okay. Yes.
Doesn't have to be a dress on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, to piggyback on him, it's mainly appearance. The smile, just the way they carry themselves, but right along the lines with the brother right here saying. So that's basically it. How can I say it? It's a lot of people look at the outer post exterior and run with that, and not necessarily look at the inside qualities. You don't necessarily see that on the first date, but as time progresses, you will. So like he said, to piggyback on him,
Okay.
appearance and attitude.
That's good. Okay, let's look at it like this. Let's bring up the hoochie mama.
Yeah.
Because one of the questions that was in here was like, when men go, they see the women out there, and there's women that they booty call women. They have the hoochie mama women. They have the all kind of types of women. But when they get ready to get married, they bring home what they call their ideal woman. So let's discuss that.
Okay. So what's the question as far as
What is
Before you got married,
before I got married, what did I bring home?
yeah, did you bring in the
didn't
hoochie
take it
mamas,
home.
or how did you relate to the booty call, the hoochie mama women?
He didn't take it home.
I know he didn't take that one home.
Back then, when I was a child, I acted as a child.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
As I got older, things changed.
No, okay, well, let's talk about when you were a child.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. What attracted you to it? Was it still the appearance? Did the appearance change?
No, the appearance was always there. The appearance was always there. But the attitude is just, when you was a child, the attitude was whatever, I guess. It wasn't, You know, it wasn't always ladylike.
Okay.
You know, but the appearance was always the number one.
Attractive.
You know, number two is you know, the first 5 minutes of conversation, you'll know if that's somebody you want to take home or not.
First 5 minutes.
But
Okay.
basically, when you're out there looking when you're a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that part.
Yeah. You're not even looking for those qualities, correct? You're pretty much looking for, bam, booty call.
I don't know what I was looking for.
He said he didn't know what he was looking for.
I was just looking. So,
Now remember, y'all, this is a honest talk show.
Yes, it
Okay? All right. So, come on. I know I'm going to get a good one out of this one. Come on, Derek. Come on.
You say, what did I bring home? I done brought something, anything home to my mom. So I mean, because it's just the fact that it's like this. Like he said, you know, I don't like to just piggyback on him, but you know, he right on point. But at that time and place wherever you're at as a man, you're going to look for that type of individual who's going to give you what you're looking for. It's a quick fix. So say for instance, you want you a 15-minute session, go get that. Some people know who to go to find that. You know, and some men have that quality within themselves to where they can break a woman down mentally to where give them what they want, they can get them out their way. I mean, it's just I'm not gonna talk about myself, but I've been there before. I'm well inept in that area, so I tend to leave that alone because, you know, my wife in our audience and I don't want to talk.
Okay. At this time, we're going to bring up our other two guests that just arrived. Mr. Dre, if you will come on up, and Mr. Jamal, come on up.
Just give them a hand.
Come on, give them a hand as they get ready to come up.
Yes, come around.
One on this side and one on that side.
Go around. Yes.
Okay? If you all can come around. Okay,
Right.
one of the things, because we have a lot of young men that need to know that it's not all about the booty. We want, and some women are just worse as men too. They go out there and they want a booty call with the men.
Yeah.
And they're looking for certain men that they can get, and they go on, they hit it and gone. And some of them will tell them right off the bat, hey, this is all I want. I know I got an amen somewhere in the audience. But anyway.
They're married or not. Whether they're married or not.
You know, so, to you gentlemen just came up. Mr. Jamal has his own construction business. What is the name of your construction business?
First Class Construction too?
First class?
Yes.
You see, he didn't say second class. That means all the way. He's very good at his business, and if you need stairs or whatever, he's a jack of all trades.
All right.
Mr. Dre, come on, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I go to church here, Church Den, and so I've been going here for 3-4 months now, and I was invited to come to talk about this topic, and we're gonna see how it's gonna go from here.
All right. Okay. To you two, what is the first thing that really attracts you to a woman? We're not talking about the wife now. Just what is the first thing that would attract you to a woman?
I would say I'm here of beauty. I mean, that's first and foremost. I mean, I have to have that attraction first for me to actually want you. I mean, other than that, I don't even bother.
So if she's an ugly woman to you, well, I mean, what do you
I
describe?
won't say she's ugly. I mean, I won't call anybody ugly. I mean, I would
Okay.
say you're different.
She's different. That's a good one.
Right there.
I would use that, but she's not ugly. You just different, baby.
Great way with words. I like that. Yes.
I like that,
yes,
Jamal.
yes, yes.
So really, she could have that different look.
Yes. That's just not what I want.
Yeah. Bam.
You know,
Bam.
beauty is only skin deep.
There you
But
go.
Some people be
I
turned
gotta
inside out.
first, yes, but I gotta first see that first and then get to know you. So just in case if you ever lose that beauty, then at least I got to know you before, what you call it, you lose.
Try to clean this up. I mean,
Before she become different.
Basically,
Okay,
what he's saying is, will it meet his needs over time?
What was that?
Would it meet his needs over time?
Oh,
That's
okay.
what he's saying.
Okay,
He's saying
so
about the beauty. Is he going to meet his essential needs over time? The beautiness that he sees every day he wakes up, she's still going to be beautiful without that makeup on?
I mean, me, I like a woman that's all natural.
See?
Okay,
You know, it's
natural.
all natural. I don't need all that makeup or what have you because I'm only gonna meet your representative when I see you with all that makeup on. Because when you take that off, it's somebody else, and I'm like, you shouldn't
Well,
be
that
here.
what makes her different.
No, but yeah, and I agree with you. I don't disagree with you, but that natural beauty is what you call it because in the end, that's what I'm gonna see.
Right.
For you,
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna see. When I wake up next to you, you're not gonna have makeup on. Just in case the power goes out.
Unless she go to bed with the makeup on.
I wake up like this.
Dre, what attracts you when you first meet the?
Of course, I like beauty.
Okay.
I like religious women. I like thicker women. I don't like small.
What you mean thick women?
that did it.
What waist size? Give me a number. What
How-
waist
how
size?
thick?
You
I mean,
want
wait,
300, 400?
Mom, 22, 24 is fine with me. 22 size.
That is 300, 400.
No, it ain't.
He talking about his size. The dress 22 or 24.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
400, but I like thick women. I like a woman that has great communication, great conversation.
Okay, the thick conversation,
Yes.
the thickness,
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
keep you warm.
All of it.
All right. Don't have to bring out all those blankets, huh?
There's nothing wrong with a size
Right.
8, nothing wrong with a size 10, but that's just my preference.
Okay, that's his preference, the thick woman.
All right, you
And the
you
different
hold on
woman
to.
over here.
Yes. So difference
Come on
thick,
now.
difference
Thick.
thick.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam.
Come on.
Okay, let's look at this question that came out. Is it okay for a woman, once she is married, to still keep her male friends that she knew before she was married?
Uh-oh.
What do you all think about
I
that?
gotta hear
The
this
devil
one.
is a liar.
Uh-oh. Woo! No, expound on that.
Expound.
The reason why I say that is because, hey, you got a new man inside the picture. Those guys or whatever that you knew before, they old. That's old news. I'm new news now.
Okay.
So therefore, you need to focus on me. Let them go.
What about the man?
Well, what man?
Should he still have friends?
No, I mean it's the same for the man and for the
Okay.
woman. It's equal. It's not whereas I should be better than you and you better than me. No, we on the same playing ground.
But she's saying that this is a friend, not no boyfriend,
No.
ex-boyfriend.
You don't need it though.
These stuff. She
I
said,
can be your friend. I can be whatever you want me to be.
whoa, I like that. That's like me with my wig. I be whatever woman my man want me to be.
Yes.
I just changed the wig.
Change the wig,
Anybody
yes.
else up here?
When you say friend, what do you mean friend?
She said she had friends, like well, you can't say boyfriend nowadays because that could be intimacy. But she's saying that they are just friends. No sexual, no nothing. They were just friends, and that's it. Can I still keep my friends?
When you say friends, it's why it's like co-workers or people that you hung out with. And
Yeah, her male friends. They just been like a brother. Can she keep that person after she married?
Ooh, that's a hard one, isn't
That
it?
is right.
What do you think, Mr.
I personally don't mind, depending on the type of relationship that they had.
Okay.
If you know him, right?
Yeah, if I know him, like if it's somebody where she's like, oh, I'm talking to one of my friends, like which friend is it? You know, because
Okay.
once, like me and my wife, once we became together, my friends became her friends became my friends. So it wasn't like no secret friend on the
That's right.
side that she's going to hang out with.
Okay.
So for me, it wasn't a big deal if she had a friend that was a male. And I have female friends that that she knows. She has their
Right.
phone number and everything. So it wasn't a big deal. I personally just don't see a problem with it.
Okay.
As long as we know the background. If there's a background where there was some touching and feeling going on, then you might want to go ahead and let them
If
go.
it was really
Yeah.
some intimacy,
Yeah.
that's like, hey, this is an old flame. It might be a problem
Yeah.
right there.
It might be a
Okay.
problem.
But
It
if
will
it's
be a
just a
problem.
mutual friend or something
Yeah.
like that, okay. What do you say, Mr. Derrick?
Yeah, I'm agree with him. You just have to you gotta screen it.
You gotta scream.
Yeah, I mean, see, my whole
You
deal
gotta
is
hang
with
out, see
that.
how you look at her, huh?
My whole deal is with that.
gotta-
Anytime a woman has a guy friend or what have you, let's say for instance me and her get into it. Then she
Okay.
go and start talking to him, crying on his shoulder. One
Yep.
thing is gonna lead to the next.
Yes,
I don't
it
care what
does.
nobody says.
That's right.
Don't tell me that it ain't so. Because guys will prey on it. I mean, let the opportunity knocks and see if they don't take it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, so that's why I say, I can be what you want me to be.
Okay.
So you don't need another guy to call on. Call me.
But what if she doesn't want to talk to you?
Well,
I want to talk to somebody else.
Talk to Jesus.
But sometimes we want somebody in the flesh. I like that question though. I like that. Talk to Jesus. Because he ain't in the flesh.
Exactly.
You
I
ain't
have
in
no
the-
worries with Jesus.
I love it. I love it. I
Good,
love
I like
it.
that, I like that.
Well, can I say something?
Uh-huh.
It can also be as well with the females, because what about if now she's married and then you still have a single friend and she still thinks single-minded
Okay.
as wives? So how do you feel about as wives with that woman still having her old friends as females?
And that's a good question, because here we are married and she has a single friend, a male friend. How do you feel about that? You know, she has a single male friend, not a married male friend. That is a difference there. You know, like Jamal was saying, you go in and cry on that, and then before you know it, they say, "Oh, it just happened." Exactly. You know, did it just happen?
Yeah.
Or has it already been filming there? You know, sometimes it's already been there.
Yeah.
Do you, let's ask this question. Can you tell when a female is coming on to you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You can?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because they give signals. They
Uh-oh.
give you that look that you know it's like, no. You're gonna get me in trouble.
So you know, huh?
Yeah, you know and you know.
But they told me that some men are so naive that they can't pick up when a woman is actually trying to come on to them.
That's, I mean, because you don't want to know.
Okay, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I mean, you try to avoid them at all costs.
And I'm like that sometimes.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I'm like that. I can talk to people and I can have a good conversation with a lady, and I might not realize. I can be with my wife and we can be sitting down eating. I can talk to the waitress, not realizing, and she'd be like, "Yeah, she's flirting with you," and I'm like, "No, she wasn't." But it's because I wasn't looking at it. You know,
Yeah.
women know. Women know.
Well, how did
So-
she react when she told you that?
Oh, she just let me know, because she knows I talk. She knows I'm going to talk. So I'm going to talk to people, and I don't mean nothing from
From
it.
Well, in
And,
your line of work that you do, you come across a lot of females.
Yes,
And
yes.
especially females that have nice bodies and
Yes.
things like that. And you know, and for some people, if they're not conditioned, or if they don't have the willpower, they can't handle that.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
You
might
gotta
just
have
go,
willpower.
decide to be a trash truck man instead of being a fitness man,
Yeah.
right? Because they can't resist the temptation. So do you find that hard to do sometimes?
No, not really. No.
No.
If it's you know, I'm happy with my wife. So if it's not something I'm looking for, it's really
Absolutely.
nothing for me. It's
Do you
nothing.
have some females calling you too much? And how do you handle that?
No, I really don't have any that call me too much. They all really, they all.
He let that know right there.
Yeah, she knows, I don't have any that calls me too much. They pretty much, they all know I'm married off the top. You know, when I talk about my business, I say me and my wife, I always
There
say
you
my
go.
wife.
Right,
That
that's
way they
right.
know off the top. And
I like
it's not-
that
it's
answer.
no, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now this question is, can your mate pick up your phone and go through it? And do you have a problem with that?
Well, when I had Facebook, my wife did what you call it. She went on Facebook and deleted. She felt like deleting. You know, I was like, that's family, but no, but I couldn't do likewise, and I'm like, that's not good. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I have absolutely nothing to hide.
Okay.
You know, when you have something to hide, then sure enough, I mean, no, don't touch it.
Okay.
You know, so yes.
No problem. Anybody else up here?
I never really went through, you know, my significant other phone. She never went through my phone, so I just felt that she paid her own cell phone bill, and I paid my own cell phone bill.
Everybody ain't got that same understanding.
That's just how I seen it. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, I don't have nothing to hide, but I'm just, hey, your phone ring, I'm gonna let it keep ringing. Because it's not for me, it's for you.
But
Oh,
what
okay.
if you suspected something?
I just come out and ask, hey, talk to somebody, let me know. I mean, we can sit there, we grown folks, let's sit down, let's cook dinner, let's make some decisions. What we want to
Cook
do.
dinner, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Okay, you sitting by the phone,
Okay,
and it rings up Glenn.
okay,
You don't know Glenn,
okay.
but the phone is keep ringing, then it hang up and ring again, and it hang up and ring again. What comes to your mind, anybody?
I'm not insecure about nothing, so I mean, people can do what they can do anyhow. So my whole outlook on life is, when I'm dead and gone, you can do whatever. So while I'm here, you still do whatever, and I'm gonna just keep moving forward. That's all to it. Because once I keep God first or what have you, that's my ultimate goal. To get where I need to get with Him, that's it. And He'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
So I don't need to sit there and be, oh, I wonder if you're cheating. That's your business. You will pay for it later on. I don't need to worry about it. That's
Okay.
not my worries.
So that's good.
Yeah, so yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you see those
No,
numbers up.
I can see whoever number. I don't care. I mean, that's your business because,
Okay.
you know, like I said, God is number one and everything else will fall in line. I mean, if you're doing whatever you're doing, He'll block it. And if He allow you to do whatever you're doing, then hey, then He knows what He has with your ultimate control. So He allows it to happen, then He knows what's gonna happen.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's fine with me. I mean, because I trust my wife.
Okay, what about if she saw something like that? What would you do?
You gotta ask her.
Yeah. Good question. Good answer. You got to ask her how she would deal with that. So you don't have a problem if you saw a man number come up on, a name come up.
No,
and you
because
didn't
like
know?
he said, I'm not insecure. I mean,
Okay.
listen.
Is
If she
that
don't want,
insecure?
if she don't, look, if she not happy with me,
Okay.
then I'm all for her finding that happiness with someone
Okay.
else. If it's not with me,
Okay.
and vice versa.
Right.
You know, that's a conversation that we have a lot. So, if it does ring 2 or 3 times, I'm gonna take the phone to her. Hey man, it must be important. Hey, call me. and be done with it.
You need to answer this phone.
And be
Let
done
somebody
with it.
keep calling.
And be done with it.
That's right.
What can you do about it?
Nothing really.
Right then.
Because if they want to do something, they're going to do it
Right.
anyway. Okay?
That's right.
All right, what do you say?
For me, I know everybody in her contact. So if it's a name I don't know, I will ask her. I say, hey, Glenn, you don't see the phone ringing? Glenn called. Who is Glenn? And I wouldn't mean no harm by it, but I'm like, who is Glenn? I will be curious. As her husband, I will be curious
Yeah.
who it is. And I know my wife. She wouldn't bother. She would just tell me it's a guy I work with.
Okay.
You remember Glenn, the new guy that came in? Okay, yeah, the new guy. I forgot about him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you all want out of a relationship with your mate? What do you want? What do you see is going? How is it going? What do you want?
I guess I know a spiritual connection.
Okay.
To know that we can openly discuss things together, not keep secrets and be each other's friend, and respect each other as either husband, wife, or boyfriend, or girlfriend, because we don't respect each other, then that relationship's have to go, we have to be friends.
Okay.
Because most times I think people step into a relationship without being friends and getting to know each other first, and they just want to go straight into the bed because they physically attracted to each other, other than trying to really, I'm gonna be honest, put God in first.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't want to put God in their relationship first, and I think when you don't put God into the relationship, then the relationship's not going to work no way.
Okay.
It's going to work just a little bit of the time, but then after that, once you get God out the relationship, it's over.
Come on, I like that answer.
Yes.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
I love that answer. Okay.
Awesome.
Do we have any questions from our audience at this time? If you do, if you would go to the mic.
Is it on? Okay, there we go. How do you guys feel about your mate having a friend who is, for lack of a better term, ratchet, if you will? A little ratchet. So let's say this is the friend that always is out doing something, or she always has a story about this, or it's always some drama, and that's like your mate's best friend. How do you, as her spouse or her mate, handle that? And how does that make you feel about maybe small things that you see in your mate's behavior that can begin to mimic that of her ratchet, if you will, friend? Does that question make sense?
Oh, Dre won't answer this one.
Well, I had that situation myself. And most guys I dealt with was ratchet. I ain't gonna lie to you. They was hood. And that's their lifestyle. And I had to dismiss them. It was hard because I had been knowing them for many years, and we partied together and went to clubs together, and they were still in that mentality, wanted to go out there and go get it. And I had to get my mind together and say, hey, she comes first, other than he's coming first. And it was hard to do it, but as wise, it could tear up a relationship big time because you're still thinking about what can I do on Sunday night or Saturday night, knowing that you know you're supposed to be at church Sunday, knowing that you're supposed to spend quality time with your family, your wife, your significant other, but instead your mind is still thinking, man, I'm missing out in the streets. So I had to let a lot of my friends go because I knew that it wasn't doing nothing but tearing me apart and tearing her apart. So as wise, I just personally think a lot of men don't want to acknowledge that it was wretched. It was straight hood. It was alcoholics. They slept in their woman. They was out there, and like I said, I had to change my mindset to say, hey, is it me or is it her? And sometimes we want to blame the other partner, other than blaming ourselves. To say, let me get myself together first before I destroy something that I know that was meant for God. So that's how I feel.
That's a good answer. All right.
Good answer.
Same thing like he was saying. Really, if it's my wife that has the friend that's the ratchet one, for me, it's I believe that there's a saying, you are as rich as your 10 best friends. So if she has that friend that's not doing anything with her life, I want my wife to go over and beyond. I want her to excel in everything.
Absolutely.
So if there's something holding her back, of course I'm gonna let her know, like, we need to cut that string and let that one go. Find you another friend, somebody that's trying to do something for their lives. Because the ratchetness is just, it's not gonna take you anywhere. And even though it's not you, it's the stuff that's getting fed into your ear, into
There
your
you
mind.
go.
And there's a saying, you have to be the guard that stands outside the door of your mind. So if you're letting a lot of garbage into your mind, that's how you're gonna react. That's how your day is gonna be. That's how you're gonna be.
Right.
So you have to eliminate all of that out of your life, if you wanna succeed in life.
That's true.
And so I'm safe to say that with that mentality, you actually acted as her provider and covering
Exactly.
to protect her,
Yes.
from stuff
Because
like that.
it is hard, especially if it's a like she was saying, like a childhood friend or something like that. It is hard to release that. It's hard,
Right.
and you're not sure. You have these mixed emotions, so you don't know if it's if she's just going through a bad thing or what. You just don't know. You have a mixed emotion. It's hard to release it. So for me, it's like I can see it. Like, we need to cut that.
Yeah, you can see a change coming in.
Yeah.
So what if God had put that ratchet person inside there because you went over, converted, got saved, she's still ratchet, and because she is ratchet, you saved and full of Jesus or what have you, let me cut her loose. What if you would have turned around and said, let me invite her to church? Well, you want me to go here, I want you to come to church with me. Let's get together, let's go in our prayer closet and pray for her.
Right.
The reason being because we are here to help one another. We are not here for ourselves.
Right.
So when the Bible says when you pick up your cross, deny yourself and pick up your cross, it's not even about you anymore.
Right.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
about getting that individual, that lost sheep, back where it needs to be back in line or what have you, and not just cut people loose. I've learned, seeing over and over, people quick to say, no, I can drop this one. Because
Just let it go.
Because it's a problem. But it's a problem for you. It's not a problem for Jesus.
Right.
He gives
He
you
can
the
do
power to do what he wants you to do
Yes.
for him. So therefore, you bring her to church. Even if she don't want to come, the minute she pick up that phone and call, hey, I'm praying for you. I got Jesus on my mind right now. I'm praying for you. I want to do some crazy things for you with Jesus or what have you. Will you be there with me?
Right.
And the more you give her that or what have you, I guarantee you, either she can leave by herself without you cutting her loose, or she can turn around and say, you know what? There's something about what was taking place. Even like the movie, The War Room. You take your time and you pray for an individual. You can do it a certain way, on your own pace, but you ask for guidance from God because He will give it to you. You say, ask and you should get it. You walk with wise, you become wise. If you walk with fools, you become foolish.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
So common sense tells us if we are not our own, but we are God's, then therefore we can't judge nobody.
Right.
Who am I to tell you that you're not good? Who am I to tell you that the religion you're doing is the best? No, I'm not. So therefore, when I look at life or whatever, and I look at an individual, I look at them and say, hey, what can I do to help you better yourself?
Yeah.
Because when I help you, God is going to help me. One finger point, I point one finger that way, fingers
Right.
point back at me. So the more I give, the more I will receive.
I like what you said when you said that normally either leave by themselves or they come along with you.
Yes.
You know, either or, and that is true. Then normally, when you do that as Christians, you know, people gonna do one or two things.
They're
They're gonna got gone,
Right.
or they're gonna draw to you. You know, and the ones that go, God just removes them. He will do the removing. So I like that. That was a wonderful.
I've had leeches though. I had them.
They just hang on you, huh?
Yeah,
Hang on, huh?
You know, I you know, and as you know, I have a best friend who, you know, we ran the streets together, and once I started going to church, he was still a little bit out there, and later on, yes, he did come, and but I've had also friends who has no intention on changing, and they will leech on you, and you can play the nice guy, and you can I pray for them,
Yeah.
but you know, keeping them in my life, and keeping them around, they will leech. They will.
Yes.
I got something that will stay on, and they will try to drain everything. And what happens is the negativity,
There you
because
go.
they can talk to you, and they put all this negativity in your head. And for me, I can't deal with that. Like you know, it's better for me to say, okay, well, I'm gonna let you do your thing, and I'm gonna come over here. You know where I'm at,
Right.
Because I'm not.
You
You know,
need me.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't ever let people dump nothing on you, first of all. Never. The minute somebody start talking about, oh, I got this problem, oh, let's go to Jesus. I'm not even going to give you a chance to dump your trash on me. Let's take it to Jesus right now. Let me give you a word of prayer. Let's pray right now. And I guarantee you he'll start stopping that. He'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to him about nothing because he going to Jesus.
And you know, that's a good point, because see, once someone know that you are not going to allow them to dump that stuff on you, they're not going to call you.
That's right.
They're not going to even come into your presence, because they know, boy, Jamal is not going to even go there, so let me go find somebody else that I can dump on and move on, because you're dealing with spirits anyway.
Right.
Those spirits are jumping on you. And if they're not there to better you, they're going to what? They're going to condemn you, or something is not going to go right. But we're looking at, in the world today, we have a lot of young women out there that feel like they have to dress provocative to get their man. They feel like they have to show it all just to get them. What happens, well, the question is, how do you handle that, being married, and here come a provocative woman coming up to you and trying to turn themselves on to you? Because first of all, they may not know you married now. They may not know you married. So how do you handle that?
Go to Jesus.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Right. Get me behind me.
Because you have some women that, and then you have some that prey on you when they know that you're married.
That's right.
They will come after you when they know that you are married. It seems like they just get to be leeches. Let me go get him. Let me see how far I can go to make him mess up. Okay? What do you think about that?
But you see that's where your wife comes in.
Okay?
If your wife do everything she's supposed to do, she's not going to make it easy for a clean-up woman.
There's a clean-up woman.
You know what? I hear what you're saying.
Making it easy.
Well, hold on.
Oh, I mean, if you sit there and think about
I'm
it.
listening to what you're saying. Let me speak right quick. I hear what you're saying about that, but a woman sometimes can do everything that she know in her power to please some men. Not all of them, okay? and they still would do the same thing,
But
okay?
if you have a godly mind, that shouldn't even be a problem.
But you
But
know,
what if they're not
wait,
godly?
Even the Bible say, don't drink wine as far as a pastor or whoever, or don't consume too much or what have you. But if you sit there and think about it long enough, let's say for instance you had more than enough to eat, right? Your husband or what have you fed you to where you had more than enough. I guarantee you, you cannot go to a restaurant and want to eat something else.
I don't know who you talking
I'm
to.
not just, no, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
tell you
saying.
now, if the food look good to me, I can still eat it.
No, but if you full, it ain't gonna happen.
I'm
You know
telling
what I'm
you.
saying? But I'm just saying.
Mr. Brockett said he's not gonna get into this
No,
one.
but I'm just saying, if a woman does what she's supposed to do, now I'm not,
Okay, let me
I'm
ask
not
you
just
this
saying a
question.
woman, I'm saying your wife.
Okay, there you go.
That's
Say your
different.
wife.
Totally
Because
different.
let me ask you this question. What if you said that the woman, are you telling her what you want her to do? Your wife, since you brought up your wife, does she know everything that you want her to do, or are you assuming that she's supposed to know what to
But
do?
for
Are you hard to please?
one, you give her hints.
No,
First of all,
sometimes we don't take hints.
come on now. Come on, do we need some direction?
Yes.
Yeah, some
Yes.
women are.
Yes.
Now,
but
some
I'm just
women
saying-
are like that. They're
Okay,
a little
that's
slow.
fine,
Let's
but-
look at the
but
slow
I can
women.
still tell you this stuff.
Okay.
And if you choose not to do it,
Okay.
then let's say for instance, we can use it work terms. You go to work and the boss say do such and such.
Uh-huh.
You decide not to.
Okay,
What
then you
can
get
happen?
fired.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's so
but,
easy.
But he told you what you wanted done.
Okay, but you can still tell your wife what you want, and she still decide
Not to do it.
Yeah, because she could be mad or what have you
Okay.
for something simple, which to
Okay.
me doesn't make sense. Because when you sit there and think about it long enough,
Uh-huh.
when you go there, you bringing home the bacon, as they say.
And the
then
eggs.
therefore, then hey, I'm bringing home. I'm taking care of business. Therefore, you don't have to take care of this and that.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I come in. So when I take care of this, that should be my time
Okay.
now. And if it's not my time
Fine.
now, what have you, then we can have some problems.
Okay.
And then that's how problems
Problems
become.
come
And that's
in.
what you're
Exactly.
Right.
That's what you go through.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. That ain't what
what
I'm
do you
going
think?
through. I'm just saying in general. I guarantee you, I ain't the only
What
guy.
are your
with
thoughts
you
about
call it.
that?
On
What are your thoughts about
on
that?
the whole women thing, the
No,
women coming
right,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, the women
Yes.
coming on to you.
Yes, yes.
The way I look at my wife as a precious jewel. She's
Yes.
a diamond.
Girl, you better
Go,
work
girl.
it. You better work it.
You know, most women, they, when they're trying to do that, they come into you, they're showing a lot of skin, they have no problem showing their body. And to me, it's like gravel. Everybody can step on it, everybody can touch it, everybody can see it. And that's kind of how I look at it. If you coming to me like that, that's gravel. I'd rather have a diamond. I'd rather have something that nobody can see. She's not out there showing all her skin and trying to, do all that. So that's the way I look at it. It's to me, it doesn't even.
Okay, do you feel as though your wife falls short sometime of her duties to you?
Oh yeah, we all fall short. We're nobody's here perfect. We all fall short.
I mean, what you call falling short?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that do you think that she do everything she can do to please you?
Yes.
Okay, and then if she falls short of
And
doing
baby, we can
that,
try it again. We can work together.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
there you go.
That's not a problem. But I'm just saying that we can be 100% on this. Nobody 100% what you call talking, but they doing what they doing. So don't even give me that you so great what you call it. I mean, but the whole deal is we still work together. Yes.
Right.
Yes, but don't come on here saying that, oh, this is so sweet. Marriage life is so
No, it's
great."
not.
I'm just saying.
No. We
didn't
But
say
when you
that.
have the
Marriage
lady
to
coming,
me is a
hold on,
ministry.
hold on. But
It's a
when the lady
ministry.
come with the little short stuff on or what have you,
Uh-huh.
I have sense enough to know that if you come in with this little short thing, you technically it's just it's just what you call it. To me, it's just an image of what have you that I might want or I might not want. But technically, I'm not gonna touch you for the
Okay.
simple fact because if you do it to me, you can do it to somebody,
Somebody else.
So
The
common
grovel.
sense tells me that I don't need to worry about that because I'm more mature now.
Okay.
Now back then,
Now, what
yes.
happened?
Oh
Back
yes,
then,
come
yeah.
on, baby. Bring a couple of your friends. So, you know, let's go
Not
Not
just one, but a couple of
Yeah,
them.
a couple of them. Let's have
Okay.
some fun. But now, because I know who I am and whose
Okay.
I am,
Okay.
then therefore that's not a
That's
problem.
not going to tempt you.
No.
Okay, but let me ask you this question here, because I think you, let's touch on this one. Here's your wife. She comes to you, you go to her, you tell your wife, hey, I want to do this, this, and this. And then she said, oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Sweet Jesus.
Okay? And then you said, oh, but the Bible said the bed is undefiled to those that are married. But she said, oh, no, you're not going to get this here this way. What you going to do then? Call on Jesus.
Praise the Jesus. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's all you can do.
But
know?
do you
I mean,
get
that's
mad and go out and get somebody to do it?
it. No.
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 But some would do that though.
No.
You know? Because you have some that will go out and say, hey, well, my wife won't give me this, but I can go out here and get it from her, and then I come back home to
But
the
then the
wife.
next question
What
is,
happened?
why would the wife want to not give you what is due to you or what you should get? Why won't she do it? Hold on. First of all, I heard what you call it, like, you are my wife.
Okay.
So therefore, I am your husband.
Right.
I belong to you just
you
as you
belong
belong
to
to
me.
me.
Right.
So why don't we share whatever we want to share? This is
That is
But see,
responsibility.
that's
Exactly.
what that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but some things we're brought up with. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. I'm not gonna do that.
You
So
need to make that clear when you're dating her.
okay.
Before you get me, you need to make that clear. This is what I like to do in the bed.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, simple as that. I mean, if you knew I was a freak in the streets, then you need, come on, man, we need to take this to the bedroom. Because as far as people be pretty about this, you know, eating dinner or whatever.
No,
else,
Dre,
but-
I can't do
Oh,
that.
but please, we're gonna have to make something happen. We're gonna make something happen. Because, you know, I'm a
Yeah, you
beast.
drunk
It
or
needs to come
something?
out of me some way, somehow.
So you want to know before you get
you
married,
have to.
and
You
you
have
gonna
to.
tell her before.
Come
This
on
is
now.
what I want. This.
This.
see, that-
What do you accept? Do you
that's-
accept that?
that's the
you know,
point- that's the
okay,
point of
baby, it was nice.
communication.
Let me pay for your check.
That's communication.
I'm glad you had a couple of drinks. I'm feeling good. You feeling good? We can call each other every now and then, but I see that we're not on the same page. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the
Come
point.
on now. I mean,
what you gotta say, Mr. Brackens?
I mean, y'all got so much stuff going up here in this.
Hey, this is real talk.
I mean, listen.
We're listening.
We listening.
We're listening.
If you don't open those doors in the beginning, don't try to open them in the middle part, because she might not be as nasty as you. You might not be as nasty as her.
And
Right.
how
Some of
nasty
that-
is nasty, right?
Some of that stuff might blow your mind, and you be like, I don't want to do this. You know, some of that stuff that go on and feel a certain type of way, and you ain't never felt it, and you be like, I think you're taking advantage of me. I don't really know. You know, some things of that nature you're not able to just comprehend. So, like the brother say, somebody told me a long time ago, before you even try to have any type of discourse, pray and ask God to give you direction in that. So I utilize that to my T, because I know what God's gonna do for me. I know He's gonna take care of me. I know He's gonna bless me. There might be some stuff that's going on that I don't want to get doing, but I know, hey, can you help me out in this area, brother? And then, it's up to you if you decide to go that way. And just like the brother say, well, she my wife, supposed to do what she's supposed to do. Well, in some instances, you have to look at how she was orientated in her life. What did she experience? What did she go through? It might be some things that you want to do with her that she's done before, and I don't want to do that no more. See, when you're dealing with a lot of women, hold up, because I know you're going to go out. See, when you're dealing with a lot of women in relationships, you have to think about the relationship prior to the one you have with her. So, in essence, when you're dealing with that, you're dealing with a man who already destroyed her mental essence, and she doesn't have any kind of balance in it. So you have to give her that solidarity. And in that, you have to sit up there and talk to her, and then you got to pray with her. Y'all have to grow together. You can't just sit up there and go, look, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to break it down. Now, you can't rob me.
No.
You got to finesse it.
I have a question. though.
I
I have
am.
a question. What if, do you have secrets about your sex life that you want done, but you're afraid to tell your spouse?
5% of
No, I don't.
Hold up, 5% in everybody's life.
Mr. Brackett decided to talk now.
It's 5% in everybody's life that they not gonna tell this secret. They gonna take it to the grave with them. And if anybody in this room don't say that, they telling the untruth.
I
Because
tell you the truth,
it
though.
is, you know, it's something that you don't want to tell everybody because it's something that might have hurted you on the inside. It might have hurted you. You don't want to convey that. You're like, I don't know if I'm able to deal with this, to express this with you. You know, I've been in instances where I had to talk to individuals and help me understand what's going on so I'll be able to deal with you mentally. Don't shut down on me. Talk to me so I can help you understand. Help me understand you. You know, we work together. This is a team. So, I mean, if you get that from that person, you count it all joy. You know, and from that you continue to grow and you pray and you ask God to give y'all direction. You know, now, like you say, the bed is under fire when you're married. True enough. But then God gave instruction to man. So when you have that understanding, you have to be able to guide and direct your woman because she's your comfort, she's your completion. So whatever you decide to give her, you understand that you're looking at yourself because she's your reflection. So you have to pay attention to that. So if you're gonna take over her and say, well, we're gonna go to strip club, we're gonna take this, I wanna take that, come on with that. All right, you gonna bring it back. See, that's been my lifestyle. See, I done exploited women and I've employed them. See, that's just with me.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
See, that's me. I've done that. I've done that. My whole life, I've done that. So I'm able to tell you on both sides of the track. I've been around hoes and I've been around real women. I just married a woman because I've been around so many hoes. I know the difference. You
Wow,
understand?
that's awesome.
I know the difference because we all go through stages in life. We got adolescents, we got younger adults, and then we got adults. Just like if you want to get into the color genre, you got kids, you got boys, you got teenagers, and you have me. And if you want to progress even more, I can take you even further. But you have to understand your mind, your mental mind state. You have to, because if you messed up, she gonna be messed up too. It ain't her fault. Women are beautifully complex. Yes, they are. They don't have no balance. They got some Y chromosomes.
You better work it.
Woo!
I understand.
Wow.
So you have to know how to deal with that. And like how you always count it our joy when we pray and ask God. Yes, we pray and ask God with it because God gave us instruction. He didn't give the woman instruction. He gave it to us to lead and guide because we're the head. My uncle always says in church, you know, my aunt says the same thing. It's God and the man, and, you know the trap.
Yeah.
So when we sit up here and we try to get intellectual and try to tell us, hey, the woman gonna do this, yeah, all that's fine and dandy. That's fine. But when you get in the core root of it, a lot of that stuff will hurt you, man, because people don't understand it. They don't understand it. I've been in places to where I had to shut my emotions down in order to survive. And then come home and meet a woman, mind you, not no hoe, no girl. A woman.
Say that again. What? No what?
No what?
hoe, not no girl.
But a what?
A woman.
But a woman.
Yeah.
Woo! Talk, brother.
Amen. So I mean, hey, it's like she broke it down middle cars. I thought she was singing those comics on.
We got a question from the audience, brother. What's your question, ma'am?
I know every relationship is about communication. So men, I want to ask you, if your wife or your woman tell you and say, baby, you just not pleasing me. How you handle that? Because a lot of times that's why a woman don't want to have multiple times because you're not pleasing her.
I'm gonna tell her go find it. I ain't doing the job. Go find it, baby.
But
But
she
that's
actually-
about communication.
Communication.
So if you want her to please you got to know how to please her as well.
No, I just asked instruction. I mean, what else do you want me to do?
Okay.
Do I need to watch some videos or YouTube? Right. You know, whatever it takes. You know, if I gotta take some classes. You know, I mean, because it's worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Right.
When I put in that work, therefore it's going to be a result. So therefore, when I spend my time, I want to get a good return. That's
Same,
how I look
same
at
does
it.
the woman too.
You know,
The
no,
woman
that's
wanna get a good
fine.
return,
She
too.
wants a good return. I
Right.
want a good return. So
Right.
yes, I mean,
Okay.
we're working together.
Okay.
But tell me what you want.
Tell me
Okay.
what you want, Drew Hill.
And another thing on that too, I think sometimes we need to maybe even show them.
Exactly.
Tell them,
Exactly.
"Hey, I want it this way. I
Right.
want you to do it this way.
Right.
Add a little this or add a
Right.
little that and
Right.
make a cake if you have to.
And then
you
when
know?
he get it,
And then they bake it and then put the icing on
Yeah.
it. You just tell them
Okay, that
what
many
you want.
kids.
And it's same way
Okay.
with the
Yeah, and
men.
Well, let
Once
me
they get it,
add
you
this to
compliment
it.
it.
Well, you
Yeah,
said,
then you compliment and
You
say,
said, "Ooh,
"Whoa,
that's what I
bingo."
said. Since you said you would do anything, will you do anything?
Anything as far as keep going.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
Well, you got
hold
that.
on.
Anything means anything. We're adults. The bed is undefiled.
Yeah,
Eat a piece of
anything.
cake.
No strap-ons.
No, nothing.
No what?
Yeah, there's
No what?
there's a limit.
Anything goes. I mean, anything. If she says, baby, can you do this?
The devil is alive.
The bed is undefiled.
There's a
The bed, I'm just asking the question. The bed is
Mr.
undefiled.
Allison said there's a limit.
There's a limit.
Hold on, one at a time, one at a
There's a
time.
limit, and it's like what they were saying back at the beginning. You know that deal that whatever you trying to pull. Back at the beginning, you be like, no, this not marriage material right here. We ain't gonna get past
Yeah.
this point. So it goes back to the beginning stages and what you know your spouse likes. So
Yeah, you just can't roll up in the bedroom with a sex toy and somebody used it on the man.
yeah.
Okay? I mean, you.
Because then they might think something
Yeah, I
else.
mean, you know.
Okay, let's answer. We have a question from the audience.
Okay, it was two different things.
Yeah.
Okay, I like what Dre said about, you need to let your spouse or your friend before you marry what your likes and your dislikes. So therefore, she or he will already know how to approach you, because you already told them you either gonna
What if they
accept it,
change?
huh?
What happens when they change? You could tell them that what you like, but what in the middle of a relationship, what happens if they decide that, oh, I don't want to do that no more. That's not me anymore.
Well, you got to deal with it. I mean, it's up there. But no, I'm talking before you married.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
talking before you married. He said,
He said before you marry, he
before
told
you
her.
married, then he said,
Okay.
move around.
The response you were saying about, and some people try things in the beginning, I think, and then after they try, they realize they don't like it. And
Yeah.
then they be like, no, this is not me, or whatever. And I personally feel that sometimes you have to see other people's needs, as wise to say, was my wife a girl from molested when he was young?
Yeah.
Or,
That's a good point.
because most young ladies now these days are well endowed. You have to court them and say, hey, how old are you?
I know that's right. That's true.
How old are you? Are you a grown woman? Can I see some ID? Because you have girls who look like grown women. And then sometimes these molesters out here in these streets, they don't care about nobody feelings. They're just trying to bust theirs and go on about their business. So they gonna destroy a beautiful young lady, and then once she becomes that lady and she finds that king that she has, she ain't gonna know how to receive that king because she's been destroyed
That's
by
right.
that monster that already took advantage of her. So most of the times that when that man say, baby, I want you to do this and do this and do that, and she's like, oh no, because she already been destroyed.
Right.
And so most of the time they will go into it and say, I'll try it again, but once the memories come back,
Right.
then that's
Yeah.
done and over with.
Okay.
So as far as I think, we as men don't look at what happened in the past, and we don't, like I said, we don't get to know the women or to get to know who we're trying to talk to, because we're just looking. I'm very visual. I'm just being honest with you. I'm a very visual person. I try to get to know a person, but when that woman's looking good to me, I'm just like, Lord, I'm trying to come out of my mouth, but I'm speechless. I'm looking at you like, and we thinking all kind of things. I'm just like, man, okay, let me get myself together.
Get some Jesus. Get some Jesus.
Come on, let me bring the Bible to a day right quick so I can get myself together. But other than that, I think that a lot of people don't look at that. We don't look
Yeah.
at the past.
The mental
mostly
stage.
The mental stage about what's going on.
Okay,
And
one more
also a
point.
question too, before even though you said a woman could be mentally disturbed or mentally whatever, but if you don't tell me that, how do I know?
That's
I'm not,
right.
I'm not a psychic. I mean, do
Yeah.
we need to call Miss Cleo and Richard, and let's get some stuff going right quick?
Right.
Because if you can
That's
tell me,
true.
hey babe, I had some bad experience,
Right.
okay? And this is the reason why I don't do what you want me to do.
Right.
I can deal with
Because
that.
you can
Can I
understand
address
that.
that?
I can deal with
That's
that.
right.
But if you don't say nothing,
You don't know.
Yeah, there are
Sweet
some women
Jesus.
who have a problem trusting people with those words.
Right.
Because sometimes, especially there, you have girls who parents did not support them when they told them
Right.
what happened
Make
to
them look bad.
Wait, let me
Wait.
finish. Let me finish. they did not tell them that. So as they get older, they don't share it with nobody. You got women that are 65 and 70 and 80 years old who have never shared that bad
That's
experience
right.
with anybody because they don't trust nobody with it because of what happened to them when they was a kid. That's traumatic.
It
It's
sure
very,
is.
very traumatic. And when you sit there and you say, okay, wait a minute, okay, you didn't tell me what then something on the inside said, can I trust you with this? And the
Or
only
would you
way,
leave me
the
if
only
I
way,
tell you
and the on-
sometime?
and
That too.
And the only way I trust you with it, if the only way they can start trusting you is when they have received Christ in their life, and God have
And they said,
conditioned them to
that's it.
forgive whoever did those bad
That's
things to
right.
them.
Yeah.
Then they're able to come out and talk to you about it. But until that day, you will not hear it.
But then
You will not hear it.
they robbing me of what I supposed to get then.
They don't-
Because, first of all, you can boo all day long. I don't care. Okay? Because I can be
Yeah.
mentally disturbed. And if me and you are one, that's how you become oneness. Oneness. Okay? So if you can tell me that you couldn't tell me this or what have you, then therefore you've been robbing me all this time since we've been married. And if you can't tell me this or what have you, then you shouldn't have married me or what have you. Because when you marry me, you should trust me. First of all, you give me your hand to say, you are the man. This is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. So therefore, if you want to spend the rest of your life with me, then that means you should trust me to the ends of the earth. Because until death do us part, that's it. So don't tell me that,
Don't wait till after you get married
no.
and then say, "Oh, don't touch me because
Yeah.
of this here."
Yeah,
But I see what you're saying on that part.
Even
Yeah, I
if we
see
get
that.
married, let's say
Yeah.
we got married, and you decide to tell me afterwards, okay, hon, this is what happened, and that's why I don't like to do what you want me to do. Okay, babe, that's fine.
Right, but at least she told you.
Yeah,
Right.
and we can get past that.
Because see, it can also make you feel like, why is she rejecting me?
Exactly.
Why? Because I'm trying to do this, and here she is rejecting me. So it pushes you back in that situation.
And that's
So I
what
understand what you're
relationship
saying on that.
That's
And that's
relationship.
the reason why communication is so good
very
in
important.
marriage.
Very important.
Did you have another question?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay, you made a statement, Sylvia had made a statement about what, about the spouse, the wife, done everything to try and please the husband. And he still goes out. And then you said something about, he must not be a godly man. So what's your definition of a godly man? And then I have one more say according to that. We want to know, according to a godly man, explain yourself.
Now, I've heard on marriage or what have you.
A godly man.
Yes, and that's fine.
Uh-huh.
But I can do it from two different aspects.
Okay.
Because one, like I talked to a bunch of married guys or what have you, and they say, okay, when we get married, it's like we used to have sex or what have you. Now all I get is vagina. Well, it's different. Because I don't get the excitement that you all on top, we just going at it, we just put you my wife. You see what I'm saying? I used to get the special attention. Now all I get is fellatio.
Oh, this after you
No,
get married?
after you get married.
Oh, before you got married,
Yes.
you got sex, but after you got married, you got vagina.
Vagina.
Well, what did that mean, that part?
That means put it in.
Oh,
Let me turn over.
just a quickie, like,
Yeah,
in and
basically,
out.
In and out.
Not the In-N-Out burger, but in and out.
In and out.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
What's that have
But
to do with the
before I
godly
got
man?
you,
I want to know
yeah,
how
I was
the
trying
godly
to
man
figure
is.
Yeah, you
But
did.
now I got you.
You can do some
Baby, just hurry up and get it in there. That 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
But I want to know about the godly man.
I never heard that sex and then vagina.
But with a godly man. Now with a godly man or what have you. Now, but I have seen that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm putting that out there. But now with a godly man or what have you, even though she might say you still get the same thing, but now because mentally or what have you understand and you much more mature, you don't have to worry too much about it. Even though my body is somewhat throughout the years, that right there, what have you, you don't have to go look for nobody else because think about it. When I sit and think about it long enough, if I go and sleep with somebody else besides my wife, to me, it's foolishness because all of this is a come. I don't get to really enjoy myself. You understand? I don't get to enjoy myself because I don't get the chance to actually caress you and whatever. So I won't even waste my time. That's why I work or what have you. And if my wife won't get on my nerves, I just work even more. That's it.
I can get another wig.
Okay, when you
Okay,
said,
what-
you had said the godly man, what's godly? What is godly? If he's supposed to be godly, explain that, and then if he's so godly, he won't go out.
No. But,
What?
No, but I mean, a godly man can make mistakes. Don't get me wrong.
Right, because
Don't
you
get
know
me
what?
wrong, because he is not God, first of all. He
Uh-huh.
is not God. I mean, you had some of the best prophets
Right.
that messed up. So, therefore, you go to Christ and ask for forgiveness, first of all. Okay? So, even when you say godly, don't mean that you can't make a mistake.
Right, because
Okay?
uh-huh.
But if you do what you're supposed to do and not the fellatio, and, you know.
I mean, now I have seen some godly men that stand in that pulpit.
But time-
pastors now, preachers, how godly that's supposed to
But some
They
of
go
them
out and
really
have
truly
affairs.
don't believe in God, because even some of them at the end of the day when they say, God, I have done this, I have cast this, technically, and he say, turn from me, I know you not, it clearly states that technically you really truly was only there for power or for fame. Some people go into the ministry just to get that recognition. Everybody is not there for Jesus.
That's true.
Okay? So we need to get that right there clear. Even when you have the pastors of TV or what have you, that they got Bentleys and this and that, you got people in the congregation that are starving. Do you think I really need a Bentley or a gold toilet to sit on? I mean, you know, do I really need it? When you sit and think about it, because everything is going to pass away regardless. Only what you do for Christ is going to stand.
I think the godly part is trying to live as close as Christ that you possibly can. I think that's basically what that adds up to. But even doing that, you can still stray.
Yes.
You can still
right,
stray.
because
so.
you know there are pastors that go out there, do the same thing as somebody that's not in the church, and he's the head of the sheep. You know, so that's why I want you to clarify God, because I have seen some high up pastors
Some of them like boys.
that go out there and do the
Right.
the worldly thing, and the wives done everything
Well,
that they could
the,
do.
the Bible speaks of all of that.
And I know it's
and
flesh.
it tells you to beware of false prophets.
Right,
It always give you warnings about people who's supposed to be godly and all
Yeah,
those other things.
correct.
Okay?
Okay.
Our job as Christians is to do what it says, not to watch everybody else and what they're doing. And what we have to do when people are found in the fault, the Bible says for us to pray for them. You know, and we have to continue
Then
to pray for
restore
those
them
preachers
back.
and restore them back. Now, because he messed up does not mean that he's not anointed. Look at David.
Right, correct.
David messed up, but
Right.
yet God loved him. No, he loved him so much because David praised God.
And David came back
David
and
committed
repented.
adultery.
That's right.
David, he
Murder.
murdered. He did so much. And not only that, Abraham messed up. A lot of the patriarchs in the Bible messed up pretty bad, okay? But yet God loved them. And he forgave them when they repented with the whole heart. And that is what God is looking for from all of us. Whether we are pastors or
Or
lay
not.
members,
That's right.
it doesn't matter.
Matter.
We all are in the
Sin
same
is
body
sin.
of Christ.
That's right.
You know.
Question. Then we're going to get ready to close out our question.
My question is to Brother Jamal.
No.
There you go. There you go, brother.
Earlier, he made the statement that regardless, his wife is supposed to do everything. And he's also said that way he would not go astray. But I come to the realization that you can do everything. You know that song where I can take home the bacon, put it in the
Fry it in
pan,
the pan.
fry it in the pan. And I did all of that. I even, in the country we said, draw your water. My husband water was ready when he got home. His shorts was in the bathroom, his towel. His meal was on the
That's what I'm talking
stove. And then the good part about it is I served it to him.
There you go.
And I did everything that was required of the woman in Proverbs 31.
Stand up, baby. Stand up, take a bow, baby.
But he still strayed. So I'm thinking I'm doing all that he needed from this woman, this queen. And so how I found out that he wasn't doing what I thought he was doing. The woman came to my church and apologize for sleeping with my husband. So what you're saying is, maybe in some instances that is true. They were not straight. But then again, in other instances, they straight. Because you lay down with a dog, you get up with fleas. And he brought those fleas home to me. So all I'm saying is that sometimes we have to be careful what we say, because some marriages are still starting out, some marriages are starting over. But we just have to be careful, because your situation might be totally different from anyone else's situation in here.
Amen.
I mean, I agree with you.
Amen. Amen.
All right, thank
Right,
you all. I
right.
think we got a lot of good information
we did, yes.
tonight on being talk. And we all have to look at life for what it really is. And when we was what we call in the world, we did almost whatever we wanted to do. But when we accepted Christ in our life,
Yes.
then that's when we changed our whole
Yes.
thinking. And then we started thinking this way versus this way.
Right.
This is the old man versus the new man. So everything changes when we accept Christ into our lives.
Yes.
So when we go back and we start looking at ourselves and judging ourselves, and then we start examining ourselves,
Yes.
now we'll see that we are no longer the way we once were.
That's right.
So the Talk of
Yes.
Life talk show is real talk. We hope that you have enjoyed tonight. We want to
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Dre, Mr.
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
Mr. Brackett, Mr. Jamal.
Yes.
We thank you all for being great. And on next month, we will have evangelist, our youth pastor, Kimberly Montgomery will be coming. She's a
Yes.
prophetess that have died, put her in a black bag, and she came back to life.
Yes.
And I want you to come back and hear her next month, same time, at the Church with the International
Yes.
Ministry, where I'm the host, Elma Kirkwood. I'm my lovely co-host.
Sylvia Chess.
See you next month.
Yes.
Oh, y'all were awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes.